Have you ever had the strange feeling that something deep inside you is shifting? Even though you can't quite explain it? Like your body is sending you little whispers that something bigger is happening, something beyond the surface? What if I told you that your body, your own muscles, your skin, your heartbeat, is trying to tell you that you're awakening? Today I want to walk with you through a journey where we uncover the hidden signs. Your body shows you when your soul is beginning to wake up. It's a beautiful, mysterious process, and once you understand it, you'll realize that you're not going crazy. You're growing. You're becoming more of who you truly are. So take a deep breath with me. Let's begin. You see, awakening isn't just something that happens in your mind. It's not just about reading books, meditating, or changing your beliefs. No, real awakening, the kind that changes your life from the inside out, happens everywhere, all at once. And your body, which has been your companion since the moment you arrived here, knows it first. The first sign I want to share with you might sound simple, but it's profound. You start feeling more tired than usual. Now I know what you might be thinking. Tiredness. That doesn't sound very spiritual. But stay with me for a moment. When your consciousness begins to expand, when you start tapping into a greater awareness, your energy system is rewiring itself. Old beliefs, buried emotions, fears you didn't even know you were carrying, they all start rising up, like bubbles in a pond. And your body, wise and patient as it is, works overtime to help you process it all. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with heavy stones for years, without even realizing it. Awakening is like finally opening that backpack, seeing all the stones and deciding to put them down. But even the act of noticing those stones is exhausting at first. Your body needs rest. It's not weakness. It's wisdom. So if you're feeling unusually tired, needing naps, or craving quiet time more than usual, don't fight it, honor it. Your soul is doing deep work, and your body is asking for the grace to catch up. The second change you might notice is even more surprising. Your senses start to sharpen. Maybe colors seem more vivid. Food tastes richer. Music feels like it touches your bones. Even the scent of flowers or rain might seem suddenly impossibly beautiful. This is no accident. As you awaken, your body sheds the filters it once used to protect you from overwhelm. When you lived in survival mode, the rushing, worrying, striving, your senses had to dull themselves just to cope. But now, as you open to the fullness of life, your body starts allowing you to really experience things again. It's like you're seeing the world with new eyes, because in many ways you are. You might find yourself staring at the sky longer than usual, getting lost in the sound of leaves rustling, or feeling moved to tears by a simple act of kindness. These aren't just emotional moments. They are signs that your inner world and outer world are becoming one. And your body is celebrating by letting you feel it all more vividly. Now, the third sign is one that many people misunderstand. But once you see it for what it is, it can be one of the most reassuring. You may begin to experience strange bodily sensations, tingling in your hands or feet, a flutter in your chest, a feeling of heat rising through your body, even muscle twitches or sudden shivers that seem to come from nowhere. At first, it can be unsettling. You might wonder if something is wrong with you. But most of the time, these sensations are simply your body adjusting to a new frequency, a new level of energy flowing through you. Think of yourself as a radio. In the past, you were tuned to a certain station, playing the same songs of fear, survival, and repetition. Awakening is like turning the dial, reaching for a clearer, higher station filled with truth, beauty, and presence. But while the dial is moving, you hear a lot of static, and that's what these sensations are: static, transition, transformation. And it's okay. More than okay. It's necessary. Every sensation, no matter how strange, is your body's way of shifting, clearing, and realigning to the new rhythm of your soul. So if you feel the tingles, the flutters, the rushes of warmth, try not to panic. Breathe into them. Thank your body for being willing to grow with you. And maybe that's the most important message of all. Your body is not separate from your spirit. It's not just a vehicle you're riding around in. It's a living, breathing expression of your consciousness. When your spirit awakens, your body awakens too. Learning to listen to it, to trust its messages, is one of the most powerful parts of this journey. And the more you lean in, and with gentleness, with curiosity, with love, the more your awakening will unfold naturally, beautifully and steadily. With these first signs in mind, there's even more to explore. Because the physical changes aren't limited to tiredness. sharpened senses, or energetic sensations. Some shifts go even deeper into your posture, your digestion, even your heartbeat itself. And in the next part, we'll dive into these deeper signs. The ones that show your awakening isn't just happening inside you, it's radiating out, transforming your whole existence. Let's keep walking this path together as we move deeper into this journey. I want you to remember something important. Awakening is not about achieving perfection. It's about becoming more real, more connected, more alive. And sometimes that aliveness brings even more physical changes, not to punish you, but to remind you that transformation is happening at every level. One of the most powerful signs that you're awakening is deepening is this. Your posture begins to change. Now, at first, you might not notice it consciously. It could be as simple as feeling the urge to sit up straighter, to stretch more often, to roll your shoulders back and open your chest. You might catch yourself walking differently, slower, more grounded, more deliberate. This is no small thing. You see, for years, many of us carry the burdens of fear, shame, guilt, and those emotions have weight. They weigh down our shoulders. They tighten our hips. They hunch our spines. We curl inward as if trying to protect ourselves from a world we don't trust. But when awakening begins to unfold, something shifts. You start remembering, well, not with your mind, but with your whole body, that you are safe, that you are worthy, that you are allowed to take up space. And your body responds by rising. Your chest opens because you are no longer hiding your heart. Your spine lengthens because you are no longer shrinking in fear. Your steps become heavier, fuller, because you are becoming more rooted to the earth, to your own life. It's a subtle, almost sacred shift, and every time you notice it, I invite you to smile gently to yourself. It's your body's way of whispering, you are coming home. Now, along with these shifts in posture, you might experience something else that surprises you. Changes in your digestion. It's funny. We don't usually think of digestion as a spiritual subject, but when you realize that your gut is often called your second brain, it starts to make perfect sense. Your gut holds a powerful intelligence. It processes not just food but emotion, energy, experience. And when you begin awakening, when you start clearing old energies and embracing new ones, your digestion can go through a period of adjustment. You might crave lighter foods. You might lose your appetite for processed, heavy meals that once comforted you. You might even find yourself wanting more water, more fruits, more simple, natural nourishment. It's like your body is choosing to match your new vibration. Instead of craving what numbs you, it craves what nourishes you deeply, gently, truly. And yes, there may be times when your digestion feels unsettled, a little more sensitive, a little more reactive. Don't rush to label it as a problem. In many cases, it's just your system recalibrating, learning to move with more flow, more clarity, more lightness. This is your body preparing you for a life lived with greater ease, greater presence, greater truth. And speaking of truth, there's another change that happens during awakening, one that's both physical and emotional. Your heart starts speaking louder. I don't just mean emotionally, although that's part of it. I mean literally physically, and you may feel your heartbeat more. Moments where your heart races without a clear reason. Moments where you feel a pulsing energy in your chest, strong and undeniable. At first, it might catch you off guard. You might wonder, why is my heart pounding? I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But the heart is an extraordinary center of intelligence, and during awakening, it begins to open wider than it ever has before. Some spiritual traditions call this the opening of the heart chakra, the unblocking of ancient emotional armor. Others simply say it's the soul's way of reminding you that love, not fear, is your true foundation. Either way, feeling your heart more is a sacred sign. It means you are beginning to live less from your mind's endless chatter and more from your soul's quiet knowing. It means that you are starting to lead with love, not just for others, but for yourself. And sometimes that love can feel so strong, so new, that your physical heart reacts, not out of fear, out of awakening. When this happens, don't resist it. Don't run from it. Sit with it. Place your hand over your chest. Breathe into it. Whisper to yourself, I am safe to feel this. I am safe to open. Because truly you are. Now, as we weave all of these changes together, the posture, the digestion, the heartbeat, a beautiful realization, begins to surface. Awakening is not just an idea. It's an embodiment. It's not about escaping your body or leaving the physical world behind. It's about becoming more fully in your body, more fully in your life. more rooted, more alive, more awake to the miracle of existence. And every change you feel, even the confusing ones, even the uncomfortable ones, is part of that miracle. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are becoming. And the deeper you go, the more you will notice that even your emotions start shifting. Old wounds rise to be healed. New waves of peace come more often. Your relationship to yourself, to others, to the entire world, begins to transform, naturally, beautifully, inevitably. In the final part of this journey, we'll explore how emotional and energetic shifts complete the process of awakening, and how you can nurture this sacred transformation with trust, love, and deep inner wisdom. Because your awakening isn't just about noticing signs, it's about embracing a whole new way of living, from the inside out. Let's keep going. As we step into this final part of the journey, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a forest at dawn. The first light is breaking through the trees. The world is silent, expectant, shimmering with a kind of magic you can't explain. That's what awakening feels like, a quiet, profound knowing that something sacred is happening, even if you can't quite put it into words. And by now you've already felt it in your body. The tiredness, the sharpened senses, the changing heartbeat, the shifts in your posture and digestion. But the final piece of awakening we need to talk about goes even deeper. It moves into the very core of your emotional and energetic being. One of the most telling signs that you are truly awakening is this. Your emotions become more intense, but also more fleeting. You may notice that you cry more easily. A simple song, a kind word from a stranger, even a beautiful sunset might move you to tears. You might feel surges of sadness, waves of joy, deep pangs of nostalgia, all washing over you with an intensity that surprises you. And yet, they don't seem to stick the way they used to. You feel them fully, and then like clouds passing across the sky, they move on. This is one of the surest signs that your heart is healing. Because in the old way of living, we often trapped emotions. We held on to anger, stuffed down sadness, clung to fear. We believed that feeling meant drowning. But now, as you awaken, you realize that emotions are just energy in motion. They aren't enemies. They aren't prisons. They're part of being vibrantly alive. You let them move. You honor them. And in doing so, you set yourself free. Another beautiful shift you may notice is that your sense of connection deepens, not just with people, but with all of life. You might find yourself feeling tenderness toward animals, trees, rivers. You might find yourself talking to the stars at night, feeling like they somehow understand you. You might catch yourself smiling at strangers for no reason, feeling an invisible thread connecting you to them, even if you'll never know their name. This is not imagination. This is your soul remembering the truth, that separation was always an illusion. At your core, you are connected to everything. The tree that bends in the wind, the bird that sings at sunrise, the ocean that roars against the shore, the stranger who passes you on the street. All of it is part of you, and as you awaken, that remembering becomes more than a philosophy. It becomes a living experience, something you feel in your bones. It's humbling. It's overwhelming. And it's beautiful beyond words. Now, as powerful as all these changes are, they also come with a need for gentleness, because another profound realization surfaces during awakening. You cannot rush this process. There's no final destination, no medal for getting there faster, no checklist that says, "Congratulations, you are now officially awakened." Awakening is not a race. It's not a performance. It's a lifelong unfolding. Like a flower that opens one petal at a time, according to its own rhythm, its own wisdom. There will be days when you feel radiant, clear, alive, and there will be days when you feel lost, tired, uncertain. Both are part of the path. Both are sacred. And the greatest gift you can give yourself is patience. Patience to trust the process. Patience to trust your body, your emotions, your journey. Patience to remember that you are exactly where you are meant to be, even when it's messy, even when it's confusing, even when it's hard. Especially then. Because every tear, every ache, every strange sensation is part of the sacred dance of awakening. Your body knows. Your soul knows. And now, you know too. So if you notice yourself feeling more tired, more sensitive, more emotional, more connected, know that you are not alone. You are awakening. You are becoming. You are stepping into a life more vibrant, more authentic, more real than you ever imagined. And as you walk this path, I invite you to honor yourself. Rest when you need to. Feel what you feel. Trust the changes even when you don't understand them. Because the truth is, awakening is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more deeply, beautifully yourself. And the world needs that version of you and more than you know. Thank you for walking this journey with me today. If this resonated with you, if you felt even a tiny spark of recognition in your heart, I invite you to stay connected. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more wisdom, more guidance, and more sacred moments like these. Your awakening is just the beginning. There's so much more beauty ahead, and I can't wait to walk it with you.